Are there like a lot of other queer people?
We're here, but we're not vocal here. Does that make sense? We're all hiding.
What did you think about the backlash that's been happening against drag and, of course, against trans people?
I will say that I'm very scared. I'm not going to run from Tennessee, though, because that's what they want me to do.
Yeah.
What do you hope will come from us stopping by and being here?
So the thing about with me and drag, and that's what was the hardest thing about me, like stepping into this, was because whenever you transition in a small town, the first thing that they want to label you as is a drag queen or a crossdresser or da-da-da-da. So I was trying to, like, I ran from that stigma for so long, and then now it's like, we're right back to it.
Yeah, I think anybody, no matter how you identify, is able to participate in drag. And like, as your drag mother, I'm gonna show you that.
Welcome back. That was an exclusive clip from HBO's hit docuseries We're Here, which is back for season 4 premiere tonight with a whole new cast. Priyanka, Jaida, Latrice, Royale, and Sasha Velour. Jaida, that was your drag daughter.
Yes.
That was in Tennessee, Murfreesboro.
Murfreesboro. That's Malika.
That's Murfreesboro. Seeing that, it's, we all at different times feel alone, but when you're in a small town and everyone knows everyone, and you come in with an army to now support you, that feels good. But it doesn't erase the reality of the challenges.
Yeah, I think the reality and the challenges are that us being there is that the people in these communities live there and they love this community so much, and I don't think that the way that you live your life should determine where you can be happy.
Yeah.
And so I think, like, for us to go into this community, it was very important for us to, like, come in with our hearts wide open, come in making sure that we could, like, build real relationships with these people.
And you can feel that. It's like a building of real relationships.
Yeah.
And you see it and feel it watching. Latrice, we have a clip where you talked about the church and your background and having to reconcile your faith with your love of drag. Let me play that clip.
I struggled so much listening to my pastor tell me that I was an abomination and how much hatred that God had for people like me. When someone lets you know that you're never going to be good enough, you kind of just say, well, what's the point? That is horrible, because I was that kid. I was that kid. And no one could help me. I couldn't tell anybody. I left the church because it didn't make sense to me. Why would this all-knowing, all-loving God hate us, just specifically just us? And I knew I was a good person. And I knew I was trying to live my life right.
Oh, my goodness. Okay, I did not put enough lash glue on for all this.
Neither.
We have plenty more in the back.
But it's still, you decided you had to leave the church, and it's still not, you've not reconciled this.
It's hard because, ooh, girl. It's hard because I love church. I loved singing in choirs. On the usher board, I was in every program, you name it. Youth choir, young adult choir. I was there at church all day. I was in the Missionary Baptist Church. You know, it's all day. And it helped my mother renew her faith in God because she had fallen off too. But then as I got older, it just did not make sense as I started getting in touch with my sexuality and my lifestyle and all those things. It just didn't fit. And I went astray for a while, losing faith, and like I said, what's the point? But it took me hitting my rock bottom for me to reconnect with God. And I had to lose everything, including my mother, while I was in prison. It was a hard time, horrible time. Everything that I ever knew or had in this world was gone. But it was me and God in jail, and that got me through. And I made a promise to myself that I was gonna be somebody, and I made a promise to my mother that I was gonna be someone that she could be proud of. So now that I know the power, nobody can tell me a thing about my God. Nobody. Because what I do know is that he brought me up out of my situation and put me here.
Yes.
And there is no testimony without a test.
Yeah.
And so what I went through was for a purpose and a reason. Now I'm walking in my purpose and I'm helping other people through my testimony.
I love it.